So in the All-Ireland Intermediate Team G semi-final, Wexford B, I'm going to say Kilkenny A and Down B in favour of 21-22. That's Kilkenny A and Down B in favour of 21-22.
So welcome folks to the All-Ireland Shield semi-final between Mayo and Leitrim. Hello Jerry Gardner. You'll be glued to this. This is an All-Ireland semi-final, so it's a Shield final, semi-final. They all count. So we're here on the last day. The lads are about to start off now in a minute, so the two teams are ready. So I'll spin around and show you the rest of the arena while we're waiting for this game to get going. So just to give you a highlight, so we're at the finals day. So all of these matches up here are the singles matches that are finishing up, and the teams now are starting out. So we have all these tables here. There's 30 tables down here, and there's another 12 upstairs. So upstairs isn't needed anymore. Upstairs is not needed. So games should go according to schedule because they have plenty of tables available. So even behind me, lads are just playing around, practicing. But on the main arena, this is where all the competitions are taking place. How are you, Shane?
Come on, the Higgins! I want to see that. Tough in your match.
So Carlo A and Kenny C, tables 19 to start off with until number 20 is finished. So Carlo A, the Kenny C, start on table 19, please.
So a big shout out to Dermot Kelly. Quite an unreal player. He's He's in the quarter-final of the All-Ireland under 23s. Danny Feehan is also in the quarter-finals in the I suppose the other end of the draw. In theory, they could both meet in the final, which would be amazing for Mayo Pool. Dermot is quite an exceptional player. He's big into his snooker. He's like big time into his snooker. So he was telling me yesterday he got a 147, and I said, "What? Just the one?" Only joking, of course. So he's making breaks over 100 on a regular basis, absolutely a regular basis. So if you can make a 147 in snooker, you have to be special, and he is special. So we're watching him play every day. I'm on his team, and that guy is unreal. He's only a young lad. He's only 16. He's only still at school, obviously, but he wants to be a professional snooker player, and he has everything that's needed at this age. So if you want something and you know it's what you want, and you fully commit to the everything that's required, and that means the backing of your family. That means playing down here, paying for a week, staying for a week, paying for the accommodation. It's then when you're going to one event and then you're going to a next event, it all adds up. So the family has to be behind you, and Dermot's mom is here at every match cheering him on. So just to give you an idea of the format here, so there's 2 tables in action. So there's up to 14 players per team. So the Mayo lads are practicing on table 1 here in front of us, and the Leitrim lads are practicing on the second table. There'll be a shot clock, 45-second shot clock. So each table, so Leitrim will do one table and Mayo will do another. The shot clock has to be held up high so everyone can see it. And every player is entitled to a extension, 15 seconds extension. And if it counts down and you fail to hit the cue ball when the buzzer goes, it's deemed a foul. And a foul in this format, there's no such thing as two shots for a foul. You can pick up the cue ball, called ball in hand, and you can place it anywhere on the table. So the rules are very different to the old format. They're all shaking hands now. It's getting serious. We're about to start. So the player that's been drawn by their own captain to play first, they'll be lagging. So
Shout out to Jack Coyle.
Shout out to Jack Coyle. We heard it here first. So in the lag, the players that are playing in game 1, they both have to hit either a yellow or a red down to the far end, and the closest to the cushion at the top end gets the break. So breaking is seen as an advantage. So when you break, if you pot a ball, then you get to decide what colour you're on. So you could pot 3 reds, and you might still decide to go on yellows.
Okay.
Work away, yep. Lovely.
Let's go, bud.
So Connell is going to win this. Yep. It's a good leg. So Connell has the stats of being the most valuable player on this team by virtue of the number of frames that he's won. So all these games are all recorded on Q Score. So at the end of it, you can look at who's the most valuable player, and the stats don't lie. Is that right, Rory?
I think leading the stats for ourselves is Dan Behan.
Okay.
And then I suppose Shane and probably Connell next. Yeah.
Nice. So at the end of the day, you can see, the stats will show, the number of frames that a player has played and what their win ratio is. So Mayo gets the break on this one, and then Leitrim gets the break on the other one. So there's 2 games going on at the same time. So both tables, you keep an eye on both tables. So at any given moment, there could be 2 wins or 2 losses in the space of 20 seconds or a minute. So you have to keep an eye on both tables. All right, we're off the All Ireland semi-final. So Ian is picking reds on the other second table. So the black ball has gone off the break here. So in this format, that's not deemed a golden ball. So that the black ball comes back up and goes in its spot. And once the black ball is placed, then the shot clock starts. So you have to also pot another ball, because that black ball doesn't count as a ball potted. So Connell actually potted a red, a yellow, and a black, and so he's choosing what colour he wants to be on, and he's taking reds. So he has a full path for an out here. So if he can control this, he's in full control. That was a nice shot. Nearly didn't drop, but it did drop. When it mattered, it did drop. It's nice and composed now. He's very, very happy with that shot. Very, very happy with that shot. Nice and composed. So he has to plan. So he doesn't want to come back. So he's thinking already about the black. So he doesn't want to be coming down to the black off the red that's in the top corner. So he wants to probably play that next, I would guessing. But anyway, you're looking at what is the last red that I want to pot before I'm dropping into the black.
Please go to table 9. Start on table 9, and then when table 10 is finished, just move to the second table when that game is finished. So that's Mead over 50s A, Westford over 50s A to start the game on table 9.
So he's backing himself to be able to come back down off the red in the corner as his last ball. So he's going to be testing his cue in action, and how does he feel, and is he going to over screw it? Now the black goes cleanly, so he's got a lot of margin for error, and that's probably why he's backed himself. Okay, that's yeah. Look at that for a great shot. All you have to do is hold for the black. That was definitely the red to have been on to get to the black. Right, Connell. Excellent, Connell. All right, 1 up. Mayo's 1 up in the All Ireland semi-final. So on table 2, Ian is on the black. 2, 4, 6. There's 6 yellows on the table. So Ian has to be careful here. So if he allows your man to tie him up, he could end up losing this game. So you're going to see Ian is going to try and get that black at least into the corner pocket. So if he gets it into the corner pocket, even he's going to go for the pot. But if he at least gets it into the corner pocket, it'll be easier to escape from any snooker. So you almost guarantee there's going to be a snooker coming. So he's looking at potting that. He should have been leaving it hanging. Oh, he's going to fluke it. He's going to fluke it. He isn't. Okay. Have to keep track of the score here now.
Okay, so we get to 20 over 50s and 4 over 50s to go to table 8. Start on table 8 when table 9, table 7 becomes available, you can move to table 7. But start on table 8. So that's the 20 over 50s 4 over 50s table 8.
So the score at the moment is Mayo is 1 frame up. So Ian's played a really good shot there now, and he's going to be very happy with that. So he's tied that. Now maybe a bit of luck, I think, but anyway, he'll take it. It's going to be hard for him to get Ian into a snooker here, so he's going to have to try and get the white in behind the black. That's a good putt. That's a good putt. He's got a really difficult finish. Unlucky, Rory, unlucky. So we're keeping our eyes on both tables.
Come on, Rory.
So on tables 15 and 16, we will add some more 50s
So we'll talk about Ian's game now for a second. So Ian is on the black.
Add some over 50s Gavin over 50s Tables 15 and 16.
The Leitrim player, he's backed himself for a triple. Okay. That's a good shot. Ian will still fancy himself because the Leitrim guy he's got to pull out 2 good shots to get up onto the black. Yeah, so Ian will feel like he's going to get a chance. That's a difficult yellow now. Difficult yellow. So this is when pressure, you can't coach this pressure. This pressure is just, yeah, you can't coach that pressure. When it comes to the moment, can you deliver? And he's kicking himself that he didn't make that. He's shaking his head, I can see it. But Ian's going to back himself here all day long. Good man, Ian. Good man, Ian. Good man, Ian. Lovely, Ian. Lovely, Ian. Well done, Ian. So they look easy, but they're not easy. They're not easy when you're under pressure at an All-Ireland semi-final. Those shots are not easy.
God, can we just make some room over there so the players can start the game? That's the team in green.
All right, Leitrim just won a game there. So Kieran is up next on table 2. I'm not sure yet who's on table 1 here in front of us. Okay, it's Shane up. So welcome to everybody from all around the world that's watching this. So we're in the All-Ireland semi-final, Shield semi-final at the junior level. We're in the INEC in Killarney. The venue is packed. We're on finals day, so we're here since Tuesday. The matches started on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then today, Sunday, is finals day. So the format here is there's 2 tables in play, Mayo versus Leitrim, and Mayo are leading at the minute 2-1, and that's a fine break there from Shane. So as long as you pot a ball, you are still at the table, and it's an open table until the next ball is legally potted. So Shane can decide to take reds, or he can decide to take yellows.
Okay, just a slight change in table. That's the 20 over 50s here, 4 over 50s here, both tables 36 and 37. Please, thank you. So that's the 20 over 50s here, 4 over 50s here.
Well done, Shane, well held. So I can see here that black will go past that yellow, so that's not a problem. So Shane is going to back himself here to finish. If you finish from the break, it's called a dish. And getting a dish at the All-Ireland, I tell you, it's not an easy thing. So he's on the shot clock, but he's got plenty of time. So we see the shot clock is held up high so everyone can see it. Just a nice little stun back. That's a lovely shot. That's a lovely shot. That's a lovely shot. So that black will definitely go past that yellow. That's no problem. Now it means there's only half a pocket, but he's going to back himself. So we'll concentrate on this game for a second. Nice and relaxed, Shane. That's a lovely shot, Shane. That's a lovely shot. So he's come up a little bit high. So on the other match, the guy is on a dish as well. Well done, Shane. Well done, Shane. Well done, Shane. All right, that's 2 dishes. That's high standard now. So that's a dish on both tables. So a dish is when the player breaks, and then he finishes the entire table down to the black. So there's nothing that Kieran could do, obviously. If your opponent can do that, all you have to do is sit in your seat. So well done, Shane. He'll be buzzing with that now. You know, making a dish is quite special. Now, these players are all capable of making a dish on a regular basis, but doing it in an All-Ireland semi-final is a different gravy altogether. And if you're feeling your rhythm and you're... So, with Shane's ball there, he was, half a roll more, and he would have actually wouldn't have had a shot in that black. He might have still gotten enough anyway. So he came up a little bit higher than he would have wanted to, but he'd have been delighted with that. Absolutely thrilled with himself. So the score at the moment is Mayo's leading 3-2. So the scores can change in a flash. So you can be 2 up, and then a few minutes later, you can recover 2 frames side by side very quickly. So you can't take any games for granted. You can't take any lead for granted.
What's the streaming that on the lads on the streaming the match?
So I'm streaming it on Terra Ryan only as well.
Terra Ryan Facebook page. Can you put it on? Is that the acting team?
Screaming stuff.
Can't go straight, Reggie. Let's get the free.
So the Leitrim boys want to get access to the live stream. They're going, can I get in that action?
Give them nothing.
Give them nothing, he says.
All near it.
This Paul Neary just played there, so that's a tactical shot. So he if you think he missed that red, he wasn't going for that red. So what he was doing was he was putting that red safe. He was giving your man nothing, as Rory says. So look at where the white is. That's what Paul was about. So Paul is on reds here now, but he's got a lot of space to make a good snooker. He'd be in behind these reds, I'd say.
Great job, Paul.
So he's popped that red out. He's made all his reds available. So the yellows, there isn't a clear path to finish these yellows. He has to develop one of those yellows. Yeah, he didn't want that second ball going in. So now that it has, we'd say Paul is gone. Is actually, I'd say Paul is favourite even. So in this format, we don't talk about how many balls you've left. That's not anything to do with it anymore. The point is, do you have a clear path to finish? So these lads can all finish. Doesn't matter if there's 7, 8 balls on the table. That's fine. If you get one good ball in, and all your difficult balls are all developed, then you have a chance. Now, Paul doesn't expect to get an easy. Your man he's got a touching ball, so he has to hit a cushion. So he's expecting to not give Paul anything. But we know what's going to happen here. We know what's going to happen here. He's going to be in behind that red. He's going to open up and develop the red that's stuck to the rail. He's going to be tight inside that other red. So he's opened that up right to the middle pocket. It's a beautiful shot. Now, so everything now is in the open for Paul. That's why we think that, in my opinion, Paul is in control here. So he's got loads of reds to hide behind. Your man has 3. He doesn't have a clear path. So you expect him to hit it. Hitting it is not enough at this level.
Have any left?
Yeah, so hitting it is not enough. It was a good shot.
Suits you, Paul.
Yeah. Rory said it here next to me. It suits Paul. I still rate Paul as favourites here. So it's hard to keep your eye on 2 games at the same time, but Cahill is on the other table. So now Paul has a chance. So,
Yes, Paul.
yeah.
You know this shot, lad. That's the one.
So what Paul is looking for, he's looking for a ball on hand. So now, so even just hitting the yellow is not enough. You have to hit a cushion after contact. So he's coming off 2 cushions here. Yeah, he's shaking his head. Not because he fluked it, but because he's not on this yellow. So in Cahill's game, his opponent is on reds and he's got 2 reds to finish.
I just want
Alright, so Paul Neary has a chance here now.
I shot Paul Leary.
So in Cahill's game, the Leitrim player has this red. If he screws back, he should be on the black. Easy enough. But there's no easy shots in an All-Ireland semi-final. Yeah, that was a good shot. Give him his fair due. So if he wins that against Cahill, it'd be leveling the game at 3-3. But it's an if, because nothing's easy. Nothing's easy. Yeah. Well done to the other player. That was a good finish. Cahill couldn't do anything about that. So that Kieran and Cahill, they have to keep their heads up because there's nothing they can do with that. If your player can fully clear a table,
Paul Leary.
there's nothing you can do about it. So there's 3 sessions of 9 here, so it's 27 frames. So 9 players play, and then the same 9 and the same 9 again. So you can play 3 frames. You also can bring in subs if you want to.
That's all right, Paul.
So Paul expected to have a full ball snooker, which he didn't get. So he's playing a lot of right hand side. You see all the right hand side he's playing on that now. This makes it missable. This makes it missable. This makes it missable. All that right hand side. So he felt he had to do that, but that's his problem. That's a lovely shot now. Nice and relaxed ball. Stand back. That's it. Perfect. Good man. Stand back. Compose yourself. See what you want to do with this white. Do you want to just draw it back a small tiny bit, or do you want to go up and down the table? That's a confident shot. That's a confident shot. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's a confident shot. That's a man playing with confidence. So up and down the table was the right shot to play, if you're feeling it. Oh, well done, Paul Neary. Well done, Paul Neary.
Come on, lad.
So a shout out to all our Leitrim followers. We've probably 100 people watching now at this stage. The score is 4-3 in Mayo's favour. 4-3, yeah. So the first session is 9 frames. So we've 7 played, so we've 2 more. So Danny is playing the 9th frame here. Then they might take a small little break, like for a minute or so, and then they go again. So it's the best of 27, so which otherwise known as the first is 14. And once you reach 14, that's it. Everything stops. So this is nip and tuck. There's nothing in this. 4-3. A couple of dishes on from both sides. All right, Danny, you got this.
What's the last name on the second table? Oh, Kevin Frost. Yeah. Kevin.
So on table 2, Kevin will be a very relieved man to see that. Leitrim player snookered himself on the red, so it was a nice clean strike. He probably didn't expect to pot it. He was probably expecting to just hang it in the pocket. Otherwise, he didn't mean to snooker himself. But these things happen. All right, Danny. So he potted Kevin's yellow, but you're allowed pot an opponent's ball as long as you play your own ball legally. So this is a completely open table for Kevin. So we're going to concentrate on Kevin's game for a second. So Kevin has 5 yellows, but if he can get his starting yellow, so he's got plenty of balls. He wants to snooker first. He wants to get a ball in hand if he can. He wants to get a ball in hand, or at least a good starting yellow. All right. And once he gets that, he's out. What I mean by out, as in he's going to win the frame. So Kevin is actually favourite now, even though he has 5 balls on the table. That's not how you look at it anymore. In old money, you would have said the guy that is on the black is favourite, but that's not the case here. In this format, if you have all your balls open, all you need is 1 shot. So, and hitting this black is not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. So Kevin will back himself here now to finish from here. Good on Danny. Table 1.
Years of experience.
Danny has a nice smile to himself there now. Again, did I just do that in an All-Ireland semi-final? You did, Danny. You did. He's sweet as a nut. Right, Kevin's off to start here now. So the thing that's in Kevin's favour is that black is tied to the rail. So he didn't need to take on anything. So he's looking for a ball in hand if he can get it, or just an easier route. So they were on, but the percentage was I don't have to go for something, a medium shot and miss it. So Kevin was playing the percentages. Oh, Daniel back himself here now. So I'm just checking the black here now. Even at this stage, Danny will be looking at the black and going, can I cleanly pot that black, or do I have to develop it? Now, developing it means that he'd need to hit the last yellow, the yellow that's near the black, in off the black, and that will move it slightly.
Yes, Dan.
Yeah. So when he's definitely taking that yellow that's near the black last, but he's figuring out exactly. So he has to come across. He has to come across the table. Middle bag. He has to come across the table. All right, Danny, relax. Nice and relaxed. Nice and relaxed. That's a very confident shot. So the way that Danny's
he's just lighting the ball off the top
so the other guy has 2, 4, 7 balls on the table. So Danny can see that yellow.
Okay, well, good one, fella. Come on.
So it's hard to follow this. I know for you guys. So I'm glued to which table am I going to focus on. So at the minute, they're both at the last ball stage. And they're both playing at exactly the same time. The shot, Danny. So look at that for a yellow that Kevin got. That's a cracking yellow. Cracking yellow. Pressure for tires. Go on, Kevin. Back yourself. Lovely. Mind that white. Mind that white. Mind that white. Yes. 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 5-3. Well done, Kevin.
Pressure's only for tires.
That was a lovely finish now. So, we said it a while ago, your man is, Kevin had 6 balls on the table, but he was favourite. So Mayo are 5-3 up, so this is the last game in this session. So we're just playing the one match here at the second. So the second table now, your man is going to break, but he's only practicing. So we're concentrating only on this. I know they're going straight into the next session. Now that's a match. Rory's up. Okay, these guys are keen. They're not messing about. So in this table one, there's going to be a lot of pool left in here. The other guy does not have a finish at nowhere near. So these 2 reds that are down here and tied up. So Danny is gonna. So Danny wants to flick the black. He wants to flick the black. Yeah. So he was hoping that black would have popped out a bit. So Danny's still gonna back himself here. Now there's too many reds on the table. He's going to be snookered in a second. He's going to be snookered in a second. So it's all about how we can. So he at least he left the black close to the pocket. Now, one good one here now. So there's a couple of options here. Then you might just flick the black and pot the red, then leave your man with nothing. Well, he'd be leaving him with the red up to the top rail. So he could also flick the black as a double back here, but the percentage shot is to pot that. Yeah, he fully committed to that double. It was a aggressive shot. So the problem with that shot is he's left his opponent with an opportunity to finish. Now, the only thing in Danny's favour is if that guy, if he plays that plant down the rail, it's easy pot that red that's over the corner, but the ball that you play down the rail, that might flick into a position that's difficult to pot. That was a mistake. Danny won't care. So that black now is quite straightforward because that can go in off the red as well. So the number one thing is he has to mind his white. So the number one thing he's going to be worried about is the white. So you might see him. Yeah, I was expecting him to cut it back into the middle pocket, but when Danny was there, he saw it, a route into the corner. I won't say it was the wrong shot. It was the shot he decided was the right shot to play. So we say then that was the right shot. So Rory just lost that match there, but he's 7 balls on the table. Can't do much against that. So it's 5-4 to Leitrim, and Leitrim might square it up here now. You expect him to square it up here. Yeah, you expect these players to make those finishes. Danny will feel he was in control of that game. Oh, squeaky bum time. So the game is level at 5-5. So on table 2, Kieran is breaking. So as you can see, there was nothing between these teams. So getting to a 3-1 start, that doesn't really count for a lot. It's only all it is a good start. A team can win 2 games in very quick succession here.
Anybody looking for money off tournaments, please see Richie. He's down to weigh all the 20 girls.
So Kieran is breaking here on table 2. We'll concentrate on Kieran's game for a minute.
He's wearing a red t-shirt.
So Kieran is happy with his breaking. We'll see how he's doing his front ball break. Let's see if he's going to get something in. Okay. So Kieran was dry meaning he didn't pot a ball off the break. So his opponent is at the table and he can choose what colour he's on. So in this format, you have to pot a ball legally before you're actually on something. So if he doesn't pot a ball legally, then the table is still open, and it stays open until the first ball is potted. So you could find it, a tactical exchange even at the very start, before anyone's on any colour at all. So on Kieran's table, that's exactly what your man did. He played a red off the rail. So he's not giving Kieran a shot. And Kieran might do the same thing. So there might be 3 or 4 shots here, and nobody's on any colour yet. So on table 1 here, that was a nice break now. Nice break.
Are due to start at 3 o'clock. We're all live now on the app. So if anybody gets a chance, could you please put their team into the app straight away. Thank you.
So we'll concentrate on Kieran's game. So Kieran nicely tied up in behind that red. So on that table, there's nobody on any colour yet. Now Kieran has a chance. Now it's open for him. Open as in now your man is giving him a shot at yellows. He's kind of goading him into playing it. Given a choice, you would take reds. Because the reds are more open than yellows. But one shot will change that for Kieran. So Kieran's going to be looking at, how do I develop that yellow that's stuck to the rail. So he's thinking about that ball long and hard. So he's moving it now, because once he does that, so there's 2 reasons. One is he's moving his difficult ball. That's not a good shot. So what he wanted to do was to move that ball, that yellow, down into the corner and block the red from going in, and he didn't do that. So he did half of the work, the first half, which is he took his difficult ball into a polyple position, but he didn't do the second half. The second half was block the path for the reds. But he's going to get a couple of chances here. He's going to get 2 or 3 chances in this match, I would say. Because there's no clear path for reds either. So we can't help it here, but we have to have a look at table 1 here. Connell has a great shot there. So he's now got a full path to clear these. So I expect him to clear this. Now he's going to come probably up and down the table, is he? Okay, nice. Yeah, we fully expect him to be out here. So just nice controlled screw back. Nice controlled screw back. Lovely, Connell. Now you're sucking diesel. So Kieran is a really good shot from Kieran. He'll be watching that shot back. I'm gonna ask for a controlled shot. That was a beautiful shot from Connell. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. Come off 2 cushions. On table 1, look at that for a shot. Look at that for a finish. Beautiful, Connell. Beautiful, Connell. He's the man. So Connell puts Mayo 1 frame up. So 6-5 at the minute. Great finish. Magic. So really close to the players here. Fairly aggressive shot from Kieran, so he went for a double. He wasn't that far off it. The trouble though with going for a finish is if you don't get it, all those reds are in the open. So he's given his opponent an opportunity to finish. So he has 6 reds on the table, but you're not worried about how many balls you have. If they're all in a potable position, you expect. So we expect Leitrim to finish from here. But expecting is one thing, doing it is another thing. So I thought that red would have gone in past the yellow. Clearly it didn't. So he's it's a loss of turn, but he's tied Kieran up, and we expect Kieran to get that. So he doesn't just have to hit the yellow. He had to come off a cushion as well. So that was an excellent shot from Kieran. Excellent shot. He'd be very happy with that. So the end result is the yellow is in a potable position. Now your man is going to put his red in the corner, but let's see what Kieran is going to do here. So Kieran is probably going to use up all his 45 seconds to think about it. No, okay, he's made up his mind. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants to do. Okay, so he's leaving that yellow fully and completely open. So that puts more pressure on the Leitrim player. So if he misses these shots, so Sheehy here is on table 1. So he's just got a ball in hand. The ball has gone enough, so Ian can put it anywhere on the table. So Ian has 7 balls. He's got 1 difficult ball. Alright, so when you're watching this, you can decide which game you want to watch, because you can see both of them at the same time. So in Kieran's game on table 2, I expect the Leitrim player to finish this. There's a nice bit of spin control there from the Leitrim player. You can see with the the red dots on the white ball. You can see all the amount of spin that someone puts on. Yeah, it's a nice shot. Shout out to all the Leitrim fans that are watching. You're probably going to get it back to 6-6, I would say, on table 2. Right, Ian, you have to pay a lot of attention to your white. Mind your white, Ian. 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 Okay. So the Leitrim player, he might flick this yellow off the other yellow to open it up. Yeah, you might see him flick it off. Yeah, it's a nice shot. It's a nice shot. Now you might find this yellow is on to the corner, but his white is going to be slightly out of control. So you can see he's thinking long and hard. Do I take on that shot to the corner? So he's called an extension. So it's not the putt in the ball. That's not what he's worried about. He's worried about where the white ball is going. What's the it's going to be really traveling around the table. It's really traveling around the table. Yeah. So he was worried about the white getting off, and he was worried about getting in behind the black. That's why he used his extension on that. Now he's still got a difficult yellow and a difficult black to come. Yeah. So we know what Ian is going to do here. He's looking for a good snooker, but you have to hit a ball after contact. So you can't come off the bottom rail and just tuck in behind the reds. That's a foul. If he does that, the game is over. He has to hit the red first. Yeah, that's a mistake for Ian. That's a mistake.
That's okay, buddy.
Yeah, he wanted to be behind that. He just pushed through it. That red should have been in front of that white. Oh, Ian will be happy. So delighted he's got another chance at this. Yeah, that was a bad mistake from Ian. But if he puts that out of his mind, 6-pocket rocket. Oh, look at that for a beautiful shot. Yeah. You can see him trying to urge the white ball to come away from the cushion. But he'll be happy with that. He will be happy with that. He's cued that really well. He's spun across. Beautiful. And he's going to back himself all day long to pot this. All day long. He's fully committed to this. Fully committed to this. Look at that for a nice shot. Fully committed. Absolutely no hesitation. I'm taking this on. I'm not taking the easy option. I'm going to develop that white. Get himself a really good chance. I fully expect Ian to get this. There's no pressure time-wise. He's going to have a look at the clock. Yeah, well done. Compose yourself, Ian. Nice and relaxed. Nice and relaxed. It's a tiny bit awkward. But he's going to back himself here. He's going to back himself. Yes! Yes! Get up them stairs, he says. This is what team format is all about. Excellent, excellent. Well done, Ian.
Come on, Kevin, boy. Come on, Kevin.
Keep an eye on the second table. So Danny just missed that red. So his opponent has got a ball in hand. So Mayo are 7-6 up. Well done, Ian. 6-pocket rocket. He'll be delighted with himself there now. And so he should. That was a pressure black.
Absolutely beautiful, Kevin.
Good on, Kevin. That white was just about to go into the pocket, and a red blocked his path. He'd be happy. So just in case you're wondering, Kevin is not on anything until he pots something legally, but you're not allowed to hit a yellow, hit a red and then hit a red and then pot a yellow. The first ball you make contact with, that's the ball you have to pot. That's the colour ball that you can pot. So you can make a 3-ball plant, a red onto a yellow onto a red. and then you're still on. So we have to put that down as a mistake, because this is a easy start now for his opponent. Yeah, we marked it down as a mistake from Kevin. So he really only had kind of a quarter of a pocket to play with. So it was a more difficult shot than it might have appeared. So there's no out for either player here. But Reds would be, you expect him to develop this red at the top rail into a potable position. I don't expect him to take this pot on. I expect him to just leave the white in a difficult place for the yellows. So what Kevin would like to do is develop these yellows, all the yellows, into a potable position. But he has to be sure he doesn't leave your man on. So that this yellow that's closest to me, you don't want to move that. Don't drop. Look at that for a shot. Look at that for a shot. Look at that for a shot. Now Kevin he can see a full path to finish. That yellow that's on the far rail, that might end up needing to be a double. I can't see from this angle whether it'll go down past the red, down the rail. That's a ball in hand. Oh, magic. We're going to find out now in a second. So Kevin is looking at what's his problem ball. So he's going to take his problem ball first, we fully expect. Ball in hand. Yeah, that's his problem ball. So he's taking that one first. And once he gets this now, we absolutely fancy him to finish this. No question. Absolutely. You're the man, Kevin. You're the man, Kevin. Nice and relaxed. Take your time over every shot. Take your time over every shot. So he'll already be thinking, what is going to be my last ball to be on the black? So these are all easy shots. But this is under pressure. This is the All-Ireland semi-final. Nice and relaxed. He's going to come up for the yellow into the middle pocket. Yeah, I would, I backed Kevin to finish that there. But doing it under pressure, it's a different thing. So he's going to play the red and pot the yellow. So he's now blocked the route for that Kevin's yellow. So it's just lost a turn. It's not a foul. So Kevin can't really pot that yellow anywhere. So, oh man, look at that for a shot. Oh man, look at that for a shot. Oh man, he backed himself. Genie Mac. The problem with taking this on, and I'd say he's taking it on, the problem with taking it on is that he has to get it. Absolutely has to get it. Yeah. So now I'm expecting the Leitrim guy to finish this. So he's gonna probably take what he considers to be his most difficult ball first. So the score update is 7-6 to Mayo. Yeah, so he took that one first because he considered that to be his most difficult ball, and he would have been harder for him to have got up and out of the corner and hit the other red. So these are all missable. So Kevin is going to back himself here.
You know it.
So there was a super pot, but he was trusting to luck, and luck didn't shine his way. Yeah, he was trusting to luck. It didn't work out for him. Yeah, so there's no problem ball now. Well, you could mess yourself up on the black. So these aren't, the pots are simple, easy, but you could actually mess up on the last red to get position on the black if you're not queuing right. Yeah, so in that situation you don't want to be having to hit the ball hard, so he'll be very happy with that shot. Leitrim player. But this is a pressure shot, I mean on the black. So he missed the red, which was the same kind of shot as this just a few minutes ago. So this isn't easy under pressure. He's still expecting to make it, of course. Yeah.
We're chilling. Yes, Dad.
Who's that?
Oh,
Splash in. Yeah, that's on. No, just stance there. Yes, I think that ball. That's on the pocket. Concentrate on the pocket rates. Out for the pocket back.
So to give you a score update, its score is 7-7 in the All-Ireland semi-final between Mayo and Leitrim in the Junior Shield section. So if you've had new people joining, it's the two tables you see in front of us that are part of the team. So there's 9 games per session and there's 3 sessions, so it's the best of 27 frames, or the first 14. And it's 7-7 at the minute.
Come on, Shane. Get in!
So earlier on, Shane dished earlier to get it to 3-1. But almost 5 seconds later, the Leitrim player on the other table dished as well. Big shout outs for Danny there now. Danny is in control. We're going to back Danny all day long to finish this. All day long to finish this. All day long. Mind that. Yeah, mind that middle pocket. Nice, Danny. Nice and relaxed. Nice and relaxed, Danny. Nice and relaxed, Danny. Lovely, Danny. Lovely, Danny. Lovely, Danny. Lovely, Danny. This is team. This is a team competition. Team matters.
Sean, just put in the team there, please.
So Mayo have just gone into an 8-7 lead. So Shane is not going to be happy with that now. So the other guy has 5 yellows on the table. And so he's going to be snookered in a minute. He's backed himself to go for it. Yeah, so all those yellows are on. So we'll see how he feels, but all those yellows are on. And the fact that yellow is safe, it means he's got a free shot at this, really.
Manager of down over 50k leagues and so top table down over 50.
He won't be happy with that. So he's left himself a difficult long yellow. Yeah, he could have done better there now. So he doesn't want to take the yellow that's at the top end of the table because it'll probably move the red. But you see, he's going to develop this red. Oh, nice. That's nicely controlled. Yeah, nicely controlled. Well done. All right, as we watch this, Cahill is on the next in table 2 behind us. All right, Cahill, you're off. Nice. So you can't hammer those balls into the middle pocket. So that would have gone in if he just dropped it dead weight. You just can't hammer them in. There's no forgiveness at all. Middle bags, you have to drop them in. So yeah, Shane will be happy enough with that because he's now developed the red, and he's not left your man an easy pot, and he's not left it an easy for him to snooker him. So Shane will be happy now. He's shaking his head because he wanted to put the red closer to the middle, closer to the corner. But I think he's going to be happy. I think Shane's going to be happy.
Come on, Shane. Come on, Hightower.
Can the captain of Tyrone over 56 come up here, please?
So what you expect now is we expect this white ball to be on the cushion and the yellow. Oh man! Oh, pull that out in the All-Ireland semi-final. That's magic. That's magic. That's bravery. That's bravery, man. Take your time, Shane. That red means it counts for nothing unless you pot this black. Yes! Look at that, Shane. You're the man, Shane. You're the man. You're the man, Shane. Excellent. That's 9-7. That red, man, they're going to be talking about that for a long time to come. So that's 9-7, 2 frames up. So it's been a good while since Mayo were 2 frames up. They were 3-1 up at the start when Shane made a dish in the 4th frame. So that's a finish off the break. And then Shane pulled out a magic shot there. Absolutely top drawer shot. To have the confidence, the balls, the bottle to take that on, to even take it on is one thing, but to actually produce under that pressure was awesome. He's going to be buzzing. He's going to be buzzing. Shane, you're going to be talking about that red for a long, long time. Yeah. I was saying in commentary that red will count for nothing if you don't pot the black, and you nailed it. Yeah. You took your time. You were rushing into the shot, and settle down. Right, we compose ourselves and try and figure out what's happening on table 2. So I can't remember at this stage. So I know calls at the table. I think calls on yellows. Yeah, I'm fairly certain calls on yellows. So he's 2 yellows, 3 yellows. The other guy is 5 reds. We don't look at how many balls. We look at who's in control. Is there an out here for Cahill? And I'm not sure yet. So yeah, I'm not sure. So Cahill is going straight down, so he can get to those yellows, so he's not snookered. So Cahill, I'd say, Cahill is going to hit his yellow and pot the red, and that'll be a top shot if he does. It'll be a top shot if he does. Look at that, lovely. Now we know who's in control of this frame. Cahill is. Not because he has less balls on the table, but because the other guy does not have a finish. Cahill does. The other guy can't really snooker Cahill easily from here. Now he could if he flicked this red that's nearest to him, but he's banking himself to take on a difficult shot. Yeah, so there's a lot of margin for error here for Cahill, so we expect Cahill to hit. He has to make contact with the cushion after contact, which I expect him to do, no problem. No problem. No problem to you, Cahill. No problem to you, Cahill. Excellent.
Yes, Paul. Come on, got it. Come on, the rock.
So we're going to concentrate on Cahill's table.
Top table is captain of all Dublin over 50s. Is Mayo ladies B, please? Captain, come to the top table, please. Mayo ladies B.
Now, Cahill, relax yourself. So there's a 3-ball plant here. What you want to make sure is that you still leave those yellows in a potable position. So I'd say this be nice and gentle. No blasting. Nice and gentle. Yeah, that's okay. The 3-ball plant was on, I would say, but Cahill has shown his patience, and there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Tyrone over 50s versus down over 50s. Please go to tables 23 and 24. That's Tyrone over 50s, down over 50s. Tables 23 and 24.
Good shot. Good ticket.
Well, hit Cahill. Will it hit Cahill? So I'd say Cahill was hope for that ball to have dropped. Because if it had, he'd have been out.
Hi, Paul, you know the fucking shot.
So on table 2, that Cahill's playing. This is a yeah, that's a mistake from the Leitrim player. So he felt like he didn't have a choice. He had to go for it. So Cahill is absolute heavy favourites now. Just chip these. Now don't snooker yourself behind the red. Be careful. Don't snooker yourself behind the red. Don't snooker yourself behind the red. So he did snooker himself, but he's going to back himself to make this. This is quite easy actually. Now when I say easy, it's in an All-Ireland semi-final. Nothing's easy. Don't flick that red. Don't flick that red. Do not flick that red. Do not flick that red. Do not flick that red. And he hit the red first. Okay, so that's ball in hand. So he's gonna pick up the white ball and place it anywhere on the table. No such thing as 2 shots. Yeah, so that's just a bit of pressure. So Cahill should have really, even it's such a big margin of error. He could have gone even off to the bottom rail. He had to go off the side, but he could have got off 2 cushions and been absolutely dead cert. So when he sees this back, he'll see that as a mistake. But it's not an easy finish. So the Leitrim player on table 2, he's going to do a deep screw on this, and it's missable. Yeah. So tapping the table here by his opponent from Paul Neary's shot. Excellent shot. So on table 2, we're going to still concentrate on Cahill's game. Table 2. The guy now from Leitrim has. This is a difficult shot. If he gets it, he has the red into the middle pocket. Reasonably straightforward. The red is, but he's going to have the black's going to be difficult enough because he's going to be coming into the middle pocket.
Mayo over 23 feet, is submitted B. Dublin under 23 is submitted D. Limerick under 23 is submitted D.
Yeah, so Cahill didn't expect to be back at the table, so he'll be delighted with that. So hopefully he won't let that mistake affect him. So this is really, really easy. So just nice and relax, nice and relax, nice and relax. Don't be stuck to that yellow. That's fine, Cahill. Yeah, that's fine, Cahill. He'll be buzzing now. He'll be buzzing. So you really, he's gonna just tap this, I'd say, and he's gonna be then into the middle pocket, and he's gonna be very, very gentle. Look at the speed he's gonna play this now. He's covering the shot here, but I can tell. I know how he plays. He's gonna be just tapping that in. Lovely call, lovely call. Nice and relaxed, nice and relaxed. Back yourself, back yourself. Back yourself, back yourself, back yourself, back yourself. All day long, back yourself, back yourself. Oh, we're in. What's his body language? What's his body language? What's his body language, fellas? What's his body language, fellas? Hey. What's his body language tell us? This is a team event. Well done, Carl. Happy days. He'll be glad. Yeah, he'll be.
Table 8 on the 23, Kildare on the 23 versus Mayo on the 23 years.
In it to win it.
Table 8, that's Kildare on the 23 versus Mayo on the 23, table 8.
Thank you. Up them stairs.
Okay, so we have Leitrim 460, 18, and all the minus 18, at table 12.
And we had, he did brilliant.
So, I didn't know that this in the Shield it was a different format. So anyway, it was the first to 10. So that was a win for Mayo. Mayo are into the final. So my God, Carl, how do you feel? You potted that black confidently. I was trying to read your body language, and your body language, you didn't tell me anything. You weren't fist bumping or anything. You were get over the line. Fist pump afterwards once the ball goes in. So for everyone that's here live, the match is over. Congratulations to Mayo. You win 10-7 against Leitrim.
We'll come back. I'll come back and tell you when the final is on. Right? I'll come back and tell. I have to go to the top there.
So we'll find out. We'll leave the live stream open for a minute, and we'll tell you what time the final is on. Well done, Carl is right. So Carl will get all the congratulations. So he's going to be buzzing from that. So hopefully Carl can forget about, he's going to call it a mistake, but a win is a win is a win. And it's nice to be the man that gets it over the line. So there's nothing in one frame. So if Cahill had lost that, the next guy could have dished, and suddenly you're down to the final frame, and that guy could dish. So you can't take anything for granted. Even a slender lead, a couple of frames lead doesn't really count for a lot. You have to take control. Take your time and attention on every shot and every frame. Every frame matters. So while we're waiting for to find out what time the final is on, we're going to spin around here and show you what else is happening in the INEC. So we're on finals day here. So there's matches on everywhere. There's 30 tables down here in the main arena, and behind us there's another 10 tables, but they're only used for practice at the minute, and there's another 15 tables upstairs. Again, they're only used for practice today. So in finals day, it's all in the main arena. So most of those matches that were on at half one, a lot of them are finished now. So you can see they're setting up now for a couple of singles games, I would say. Down at the back end, I see young lads playing. But we're interested in Mayo, all right? We're interested in Mayo. And Mayo are very strong. So that's Kieran and Ian's team. Congratulations on reaching an All-Ireland final. In it to win it, Kieran said. So we've just been informed that the final might be 11 o'clock tonight, but we'll get a confirmation on that. So We'll keep the live stream open until we get confirmation of the time. You get a time? About half an hour.
What's that for you?
So the Shield final is going to be on. The Shield final will be on in half an hour.
Oh, well, ours is supposed to be 11.
Yeah, but yeah.
It's all right, that's fine.
Okay, so folks, we got an update. The All Ireland Shield Junior final will be on in about half an hour. So it's about 3:30. So it's 3 o'clock now. So I'm going to close down this this live stream and put a title on it. So thanks for everyone joining. Big congratulations again to Mayo, winning by 10 frames to 7. Special shot of the match from Shane on that double red, the long double red, and earlier Shane dished to bring it to 3-1 earlier on in the match. So the standard was very high. So the winning players. So Connell won his 2 matches, 2 frames.
Can you come down off the balcony, please?
Ian won 2 frames. Shane won 2 frames. Paul Neary won to get it 4-3. Kevin won to get it. Paul won to get it 4-3. Kevin won to get it 5-3. Connell won again to get it 6-5. Ian won to get it 7-6. And this is when we won the last 3 frames in a row. So Danny won his match when it was 7-7. So Danny got Mayo into the lead to 8-7. Then Shane got that amazing finish to get to 9-7. So at that stage, if Danny had lost that, it would have been 8-8. So Shane, that was for me the shot of the match, shot of the entire match. So he played a long red confidently, long end of the table, and then settled himself in the black and nailed it. And then Carl got the winning black, so that'll be a big highlight for him to pot the winning black in an All Ireland semi-final. So all those players will be buzzing. They'll all be buzzing. So we're all buzzing here now, right? So I'm going to finish up, and we'll start another stream in about half an hour. All right, folks. This is Jerry Ryan, enjoying my day here.